And so when you consciously realize, yes, I'm a free person in this world, I have some degree of freedom. And Franco says, yes, our freedom is limited by psychological, sociological, biological, genetic, economic, political, geographical, geopolitical conditions. All of those things limit our freedom. But at the end of the day, we're always free. To a greater or smaller extent, we're always free, depending on these other conditions and how they affect us. We always have a level of freedom. Even if it's not absolute freedom, we have a level of relative freedom. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. Sometimes it's more or less depending on outside conditions. Sometimes it's more or less depending on our internal conditions, of how much we're aware of it and how much we do with it. And if we use it reasonably, intentionally, if we consume our freedom in that way, it can grow. If we're irresponsible with our freedom, it can get degrees. We can get arrested, right? Your freedom, you still have some, right? After your arrest, you still have freedom how to talk to people, how to behave, whether you learn something from the experience or not. But it's like that. The freedom is this living thing that either can grow or decrease depending on how much we feed it and how much we're responsible for it and with it and how much we consummate it. And so to help young people understand, hey, you're a free person in the world, and it matters how you consummate your freedom. What you do with your freely chosen task. What task you put upon yourself. Because responsibility has become, especially for young people, almost like a dirty word. Because their responsibilities are always put upon them by somebody else. Well, now it's time to tell them, okay, look, responsibility is something that you take upon yourself. That is your freely chosen task. You choose to have this task. That means this you freely choose as a free person in the world to take this responsibility. And when you start consummating your freedom in that way, of course, again, that's the way to generate meaning in your life. And then, of course, as the game goes on, you will lose. What does that mean? Loss, grief, inevitable facts of life, suffering. Some things you will sacrifice. Some people are averse to sacrifice. Some people are averse to risk. And the thing is, life requires some kind of risk. But at least it has to be a risk evaluated in the sense that you try to survive that risk. Because there are risks with small downside and big upside. But then there are also risks with big downside and small upside. If I'm speeding today on the road, it has a very small upside. I can gain 5 to 10 minutes. But the downsides are big. I can get in an accident, I can harm myself and others, or I can get a ticket. The smallest of the downsides, but still, the ticket is a lot more expensive than the 5-10 minutes I gain, unless I get $500 for 10 minutes, which I don't know who does that, but not me. So some things are of these kinds of risks, with small upside, big downside. Some things are some risks in life have big upside when you take it, and small downsides. And it's like we're not evaluating them quite consciously as we make these decisions on the chessboard, or if we're kind of young and inexperienced, even as we make some daily decisions in our lives. So in that sense, I find the conversations that spring from this symbolism on the chessboard, in that sense, I find those very, very helpful, because I anchor these symbolisms to specific pieces, and then from there we go and discuss what's relevant for my clients. And so, yeah, the same thing is with the yin and yang, right? Patience, or we're not always patient. Sometimes we're impatient. Thankfulness, well, we don't always feel thankful. Growth and development, well, sometimes stagnation too. So again, the yin and the yang and working around that thing. So kind of to say, yeah, that's how life is, and yes, that's okay. And I'll say yes to this, and I'll work around it. Because saying yes to life's problems means saying yes to life. And saying no to life's problems is like, why did this happen to me? Is the same thing as why am I alive? We can easily put an equal sign between this. And so that's how this yin and yang kind of helps. Yeah, it's okay. Yes, I procrastinate sometimes. It's okay, I'm not always a hard worker, that's fine. And to saying yes to that is the beginning of improving some of those things that you want to improve. To kind of accepting it as it is. It is what it is now. Doesn't mean you resign and you don't want to change it. You just see where you are now and find ways how to work around it, how to improve it, how to make it work for you. Instead of blaming yourself, shaming yourself, feeling guilty, which is kind of more leaking more energy, which you could have used in more constructive, self-accepting, self-affirming human way. That, okay, it is what it is right now, but I can build on this. I can improve it in my own imperfect human way. So that's all, essentially, to begin with. And what I can invite you, if you wish, to play a game of chess, or invite you to discuss or talk about what you heard. But that's all from me as far as this presentation goes.
First of all,